Hello and welcome back to Jilly's Nails. Today I'm going to show you how I prep my natural nails for polish. The first thing I do is make sure I take off all the polish. This is the acetone that I use just for the container because it has those little scrubby things in there. So it looks all minky and icky because I've cleaned it out repeatedly and kept putting more acetone in it. It's a great bottle for polish removal. Trust me, definitely check it out. I just fill it back up with whatever brand I buy to replace it. The next thing I'm going to do is take a cotton ball and just wrap a wooden cuticle stick into it and kind of wrap some cotton around the outside so that I can dab it in my acetone and use that to get all around the edges. When I use a peel off base coat, I don't want to constantly stick my hands in acetone, so I do what I can just to kind of get the stuff that I missed on the sides and kind of scrub it out that way so that I don't have to constantly put my fingers in acetone over and over and over. When I usually film about 6 videos at a time, so that's a lot of acetone for a day or two. I'm going around just cleaning everything off, and make sure you clean the underside of your nail. A lot of people ask me why my nails are always so white. That's something that I do that I don't think everybody does. So use a cuticle stick, get under there, get all the junk out. I get a lot of peel off base coat stuck under there, so I just make sure everything is squared away, everything is cleaned, everything has been acetoned. Then I go through and I start my filing process. I usually do kind of a squoval look to it, and this is an old nail file that I got from Sally's. Love it. I've had it for like a year. That sucker's still going, and I actually like them when they're not quite as sharp. That way I don't grind off too much of my nail on accident. I do always file in one direction, no pun intended. And when I'm finished, I use this old e.l.f. concealer brush to just get the dust off my fingers. Make sure everything's in good shape. See the little pieces coming off, little dusty bits. And then I go in with a buffing block just to smooth out the edges very smoothly. Like I double check with my nail and make sure I don't feel any snags. And my nails are also incredibly sharp if I file them square. So I use the buffing block to kind of take the sharpness off the edges a bit. My next to last step is to go in with a metal cuticle pusher or a wooden one, whatever works for you. And I'm going to take away all the dead tissue that's anywhere near the cuticle. A lot of people skip this step, and this is not something you should skip. This is what helps your nail polish adhere to your nail better. And for me personally, I get less cuticle snags and rips and tears if I do this at least once a week. And this one is a good one for me. Like I'm really going in and making sure every little bit of excess cuticles off of the nail bed. I should say nail plate. And if I have any little snaggies, I take these cuticle trimmers and kind of get it off. And I just had one little tiny one on my pinky nail there that I got off. Once everything is finished, yes, this is before I paint, I put cuticle oil on everything. Both sides of my nails, all around the cuticles and fingertip ends, because again, I use so much acetone, I want to make sure they are well hydrated and not breaking because they're dried out. So lots and lots of cuticle oil. I will sit there and rub that in for about 10 minutes. If you see my nail beds are all pink, that's from me rubbing and massaging my nails. Once I do that, I will go in with rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol and make sure there's no oil left on my nail so that I can then go in and put down base coats and start doing this. Every time I do this technique, if it's a good polish for me, it'll stay on about 7 days before it chips and breaks and looks bad. So there are my natural nails. Look how much they've grown. I'm so proud. If you want to see some more basic nail care videos, just go ahead and click in the upper right hand corner. Thanks for watching. Bye. If you're still here, thanks.